For the silk wrap, you need the Stikr, Kikr, silk, and the buffer.
With stripper, it's polish, non-acetone polish remover. So even though she has nothing, I'm just gonna wipe it off. So I'm gonna do her nails here. I'm gonna just file her nail. And I'm gonna remove the shine from her nail. The silk. So I remove the shine. We use resin for everything. There's all kinds of, resin that it's thicker and thinner. So, and with the resin, you need an activator. So basically, every time you use a coat of resin, you have to use the activator to dry it.
So that's the difference between resin and glue?
Yeah, that glue dries by itself, and resin, you need an activator to dry it. I'm gonna put a coat of resin on her nail. I'm gonna put 2 coats before I put the silk, so that way it protects her nail, and that's how a nail gets thicker. So I'm gonna put 2. You gotta stay a 1/16 of an inch away from the cuticle. So you put a thin coat. One thin coat of resin, and then I use my activator. Okay, let it dry. This is supposed to dry fast with the activator. Okay, so I'm gonna do another coat.
And it's to strengthen or mend natural nails.
Yeah, it's dry. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take a little bit of the shine again. And so that's when you put the resin and you file a little on top, that's what gives it strength. And so I'm just removing the shine again.
So even though they're pre-adhesive, you still put the, you're putting the resin not to stick. You're putting the resin first just to strengthen.
To dry,
To build
the resin,
it.
yeah, to build the nail. That way, when you put the silk, there's like a couple coats of resin, and it's what's giving the nail. And when you're filing, you don't file her nail. So basically, that's what you're doing. You're putting a little more strength on the thing. And so silk comes on a stress strip right here. That's the ones that I passed around. That's the stress strip. And so what you do when you're doing a silk nail and you're applying a tip, what you would do, you would put the stress strip where the tip ends and meets the nail, and you put it across, and that will give it strength, because usually nails break there. They will break on where they're attached. And you use and put it on the nail. I've been doing nails forever, so I basically know how to measure, and by looking, I know how much I'm gonna need to cut. And it's better because with the pre-cut already, I still have to sometimes adjust the size, because sometimes they're too small, too little. But we're gonna put a coat of silk on her whole nail. Okay, so I think I do a better job with. Okay, so what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna put it on her nail. And again, you gotta stay away from the cuticle, because if you don't, when the cuticle grows out and the product's on the cuticle, what's gonna happen is that it's gonna separate the nail. So that's the silk right there. So you put it on the whole nail, and then I do 3 coats of resin on it. And the 3 coats, it's enough to give her strength. So, as there, and then every time you use resin, you spray. So I do 3 coats, and that's it. And there's not a lot of filing with this. What resin does too is that it's self-leveling. So when you put it and spray it, it kind of like levels itself. So there's not a lot. It eliminates, I think, like 75% of the filing. Second coat, spray. It's not like acrylic, so they don't lift as bad. So when she comes in 2 weeks and I'm gonna give her a refill, what I do, remove the polish, buff the nail a little, file, whatever, and I just do 3 coats of this, of the resin, and buff them and polish their nails, and they're good to go. I replace the silk probably on the 3rd visit.
Oh, okay.
so see how it's translucent? Okay. And so that's dry already there. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna file her nail. Here, let me see. Candle, I'm gonna use this one. Yeah. So because I need a buffer, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use this, I guess. So I'm just gonna buff her nail. So see how I didn't do that much filing to the nail? And there it is.
Is this now, right?
Yeah.
Wow, you cannot even tell.
No, yeah, you cannot even tell that there's silk on it.
It feels good, like
Yeah, it feels like natural.
they're
And it's
like
a
all
little
nice and glassy.
Yeah. So that's that.
So
Okay,
that's
so and on
silk
this
and
one
that's
I am gonna
fiberglass.
use